1, 2, 3. Yo, what's up guys, Rillik, welcome back to another video. So today I'm reacting to the murder in front of my house's wall, horror story by 1C or 1C animations. So let's get right into the video. Oh shoot, oh no.
I was 12 years old when this happened.
Okay, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yo, what's up guys, Rillik, you're welcome back to another video. So today I'm reacting to the murder in front of my house's wall, scary animation horror story by 1C animations or 1C animations. So let's get right into the video. Scary.
I was 12 years old when this happened. My grandmother...
He was what?
I was 12 years old when this happened.
Okay.
My grandmother just got home from the hospital because she had a stroke.
Damn.
She couldn't go up to the second floor of our house, in which her room was located. So my uncle, my little brother, and I decided that we were going to sleep in her room for a while. Before this day happened, my aunt bought a new air conditioner, so the old one would be removed. And of course, there was a hole in the wall for the air conditioner. I covered the hole with some kind of small box before working on the wall, so the air wouldn't come in. Anyway, back to the situation. My uncle and I were playing a mobile game at 3 a.m. when this happened. We played for about an hour or so until my little brother had fallen asleep. While I was paying attention, I suddenly heard a small scratching sound coming from the hole on the wall where I covered it with a box. Its sound was like someone trying to remove it with something. However, I just ignored it at first.
What?
Because I thought it might be a cat trying to remove the cover.
Why would a cat do
After
that?
5 minutes, my uncle heard the sound and he whispered in my ear saying, "Did you hear that sound?" I said, "Yeah, I heard it too. But
yeah,
maybe
you
it's just a cat.
Messed up
Forget
stuff.
about it."
This guy, the green shirt, he's on some weird stuff. Don't worry about it, it's just a cat for 5 minutes. Come on now.
After that, we had forgotten about the sound and we just played again. Until that moment. All of a sudden, my uncle quickly put down his cell phone and started to search with the flashlight. "What's wrong?" I asked him, but he pointed his finger on his mouth and pointed it to the window. It was...
Why is there no blinds on your windows? Why is there no blinds on the windows? If in the actual story the person really didn't have blinds, that's just dumb.
It's quiet outside. That's weird. I heard someone's footsteps. He talked to me sitting back next to me. I tried to say that it's nothing, but this time I heard those footsteps. Someone was outside walking around with a creaking sound. So we eventually decided to look for it.
No, eventually you should go hide somewhere.
But before we could get closer,
have something to protect yourself
my
with.
little brother began to scream. We were shocked by that, but then
he's looking through the
just
window,
laughed, thinking our reaction was silly. I talked to my little brother and asked him what happened. He said that he had a nightmare. We laughed again, much bigger this time. Bump! We abruptly froze when we heard loud footsteps from a roof away from us. My heart dropped. "What was it?" my uncle said with an anxious voice. We then stayed away from the wall and started panicking. I started to think that it might be a thief who was trying to enter our house. What if he would try to kill us? How are we going to stop
call
him?
the cops?
What should I do? However, despite all my worries, nothing happened after that. There were no footsteps anymore, but my uncle and I had to stay up until the next morning, shivering.
You should have called the cops. Why just... Bruh. You should have just called the cops and make it a lot easier.
Together. A few days later, my grandpa covered the wall with cement. And that day, we were watching the local news and we heard that one of our neighbors, who lived right next to us, had been murdered. They also reported...
That's tough. Technically, it's kind of their fault because um well, it could be or could not be. It might not be their fault because the murderer could have murdered the neighbor before he started messing with that cardboard in the hole in the wall, or after. If it was after, then yeah, it's kind of their fault because they could have called the cops earlier when they first heard weird sounds, and the cops would took care of the situation before the neighbor got murdered. So it's kind of the people in the story's fault, but it won't be their fault if the murderer murdered their neighbor before they started messing with their house. So yeah.
That the suspect has not been found, so the cops were struggling to arrest him.
They wouldn't be struggling to arrest him if y'all would have called the cops.
Couldn't believe the news. We just watched the news with our mouth open. That moment became the worst nightmare of my whole life. What if I dared to try to remove that small box?
And no, it's not that type of hole, but you would have stick the knife in that hole, just
to see outside on that day.
Oh yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching this scary story with me. It was really quick, but yeah, all this could have been like the neighbor wouldn't have died if they would have called the cops. If the murderer didn't murder the neighbor before they started messing with their house. So that's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching this reaction. Please leave a like, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on for more reactions like this, and share this video with your friends and family, and comment horror if you're still watching this. And don't forget to buy your fatal grips and forever grips. It's down below in the description. Click the link and buy whatever you want, and use code Rillik2 at checkout to save 10 to 15% off. Peace.